In this battle, we ask the question, which game engine, Godot, Unreal, or Unity is best at making a first-person shooter with explosions? Let's get started. Oh crap, I didn't push the button on my timer.
In a world where llamas explode, one rocket launch will defy gravity itself, and one man dares to add too many particles.
Okay, Bram, you look like you've already got assets. Did you start with assets? What's going on here?
I started with Kenny's first-person shooter kit, so I've got some movement, I can double jump, and I had to rejig it a bit before this because I needed to be able to... The gun wasn't fit for purpose, it only did raycasts, so I've got a gun that shoots circles.
Got it. And that was part of the rules for today, that you are allowed to start with movement and basic shooting, but that's it. You're not allowed to start with explosions, but you have to have explosions by the end of the battle. Sterling, what are you starting with?
Mostly just a rocket launcher and some rockets somewhere.
Chris, what are you starting with today?
Code. No.
A nav mesh agent. There you go. Good work. And so the twist for today's battle is explosions. So I think the audience should be judging the best performance today based upon the best explosions.
I feel like that's a little unfortunate because I'm in Unreal and they just have really nice looking explosions by default, so.
Oh, when you said unfortunate, I thought you meant you were disadvantaged, but you're saying unfortunate for the competition. I see.
Yeah.
So Chris, it looks like you've got AI in there if you've got some agents.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this llama roam around the world, and then you have to shoot him and blow him up.
Oh,
so I figured
shooting
that
the
would.
llama.
I'm thinking the game might be called Llama Annihilation.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Just now.
Are you going to have actual enemies, Bram, or are you just going to be jumping around platforms and shooting rockets?
If Kenny made any, I'll...
Is Kenny here today? Let's get Kenny on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny. What's the particle system called in Unreal? Viagra? I've played around with
So
with
close.
that. Are you planning on doing some particles, Sterling? Because I'm very keen to see how you implement the... It's actually called Niagara, folks, I believe, not Viagra.
Yes, it is Niagara. Yeah, so I've got a couple kind of explosion sort of pre-made particles. I imagine what I'll do is use those as a basis and probably go in there and start tweaking them a little bit.
Chris, I reckon you should find a texture that is that sort of bright blue nav mesh looking thing, so that when people are running around in your game, if they are familiar with Unity, they'll think it's a bug and the nav mesh is still being displayed. Oh, as a point of comparison, Chris, you're now in the Unity particle system.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us about Unity particles as you're playing with it?
They are... So Unity has something called the Unity Particle Pack. It's been out for like 6 or 7 years, and it has a lot of really cool pre-built particle systems. So this one that we're looking at right now is this big explosion, which is a base particle system, and it has sub particle systems down here. And so like this embers has another sub particle system.
I love the effect you're going for there with the orange outline around it. That is really cool. Oh yeah, nice. That's very realistic looking.
I feel like that's a reasonably sized thrust for this tiny rocket, right? We feel like that's... We're going to leave it like that too.
Oh yeah. What's the swirling circle you had there, the loading bar?
I threw together just a very simple HUD so
Oh,
you
I
know where
see.
you're aiming. And I was looking at, finding an image, and I saw a circular throbber. And I was like, well, I'm obviously going to use that.
That is a deep throbber. What was the name of it? Not deep throbber. What was circular throbber? Okay.
It's a great idea. I'm going to steal your idea of giving something to tell where you're aiming. I haven't made a gun yet. I'm stealing your ideas.
Just gonna have a look at you playing around with the particles there. Are you're doing movement at the moment? You're not actually in the particle manipulation? Oh yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a system that was already kind of made. I am just putting it on the rocket in a reasonable place.
We're about 15 minutes in, by the way.
This is fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, there. I have now won. Ta-da!
Okay, we have a candidate for best explosion. Oh my lord.
Easy game! Rocket jumping. So that's kind of what I wanted to make, is sort of an homage to my youth.
Bram, you've got some rain, or is that snow? Some snow? I like it.
They've got, it's a bunch of hit particles. There was the one of the many things Kenny put in this was a nice little sprite sheet of just a little splash of I don't know what to call it, but it is like a sparkle.
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 Sparkle. I'm doing a bunch of sparkles. Is anyone else putting sparkles in their explosion, or did I get the wrong MO?
Once I get around to it, I will add sparkles to my explosion just for you.
I feel
just
bad
don't-
for the
don't
poor
like the way
Unity
that's
guy
working.
who's over there actually typing code.
Actually writing
Yeah,
code.
it's rough, man.
Okay, I think I can see what's going on here. Sterling, you're prioritizing explosions first and then game second. I think that's a smart strategy. I think Chris looks like he's prioritizing game first and explosions.
I have
So
explosions,
ridiculous.
functional shooting rocket launchers.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be like dual wielding rocket launchers. What a dumb idea. I also just don't like trash talking. But
Not
also, all
reliable
their games are trash, and my game's gonna be the best. So.
In terms of my explosion that is underway, there are 2 parts of it in at the moment. I've got a load of cones that fire out, and I've got a bunch of sparkles. But that's 2 particles down. The question is, how many more am I going to add before I feel like it looks like a good explosion?
Probably only another 6 or 7, Bram, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Chris, what's your script doing here? You got a gun script I can see that I assume is shooting.
Yeah, I'm doing this super not effectively. So we're looking at the rocket right here. And once we hit something, we're going to destroy this. I haven't gotten there yet, but we're going to instantiate that explosion particle system. And then we're going to make something take damage so we can actually kill those llamas.
Bram, is that a
Interface.
sub emission or is that like...
It's not. It's a particle trail, so it's a little bit like one. And I swear I used to know how to make these be one continuous tube rather than a bunch of cones stacked on top of each other.
Got 34 minutes remaining. Hey, Bram, push the render trails button.
I did it as you said that. See? There are trails.
Nice.
Okay, so I didn't want to write any code. So what I'm
That's
doing is
smart. Write the code.
I'm making a scene that has an animation player, and that animation player just turns on a bunch of particles for a set amount of time and then deletes everything. So all I have to do is make a particle, add it to the animation player, and I end up with one scene with one big complicated animation player and a ton of particles. I imagine is how professionals do it.
All of my code works. First time we're going to have functioning shooting rockets. No, they're not
Do
working.
explosions work? No.
The answer is no.
Something exploded.
Yeah, I just left the particle system in the scene, so it explodes as soon as you click play.
Kind of looks like you've got TV cameras pointed at your llama. So we're at the halfway mark, 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go, and it looks like all of the participants have emphasized explosions and not so much the game, but there's going to be a mad dash to turn it into a game, I think. Hopefully, maybe, possibly.
You've got so
Yes.
much more explosion to make.
That rocket jump doesn't look like it's working.
No, I wasn't sure if it would, and it does not appear to be working yet. Hey man, look, you worry about making your own game, okay?
Maybe hook up that line to the other line. Like, see how you've got a little
Yep.
play button there? Like, drag something and hook it up to something else. That might work. Look at us doing Unreal. We're unreeling in Unreal. What is this blueprint showing us at the moment, Sterling? You're in the event graph, you've got rocket jump.
Yeah. So right now I'm using an interface so I don't have to cast between the projectile and the character every time. And I think by talking through it, I may know why it's not working.
Chris, are you actually shooting? Your game view
Yeah.
still doesn't look like it's got a rocket.
Yeah, the rocket's too small right now, but maybe if I go bigger, we can see like it's
Yeah.
actually shooting something.
The
Okay.
llama's cute. I feel bad that we're shooting it though.
They're not healing rockets.
No, they're definitely murdering rockets.
Oh,
Okay, I did the
I
same
think we should
mistake
get
here.
a close up on Sterling, deep in thought. Oh, he changed just as I said that.
ain't that the word?
So now I'm playing the troubleshooting, like where did I put in a dumb thing?
I think you've just described game development.
I've written a third line of code. It's happening.
We have 21 minutes remaining.
Oh yeah, you guys are in trouble.
Okay, can he put in another platform for me? That's good.
Thank you, Kenny.
Good. Did he put in an enemy? Instantiate search enemy? Yes, he did. Oh, it broke.
But then you have to write code to make your enemy work.
Oh, obscene. I'll have to come up with a new plan.
Yeah, that's just that's Unity particle pack right out of the box. Boom.
Sterling, are you still wrestling with why the hell does my thing not work?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm trying a different approach now. And hopefully that'll fix it, but we'll see.
The approach I find often works is, oh well, I don't care, I won't do that feature anyway. I found that's an effective way to fix a lot of my problems.
Sort of the essential feature.
You know what you could do? Push one button to shoot the rocket and push another button to do a really high jump for the player.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do.
Right code.
I'm faking the enemy moving around by... Oh, no, that is not doing it. Either
That enemy looks like it's throbbing. That's looking smoother, Bram.
It was really hard to figure out. Okay, I can hit them with a rocket. It doesn't do anything.
Okay, folks, we have approximately 10 minutes remaining. Chris, your antics there of actually doing proper code, how is it? Has it worked?
We're about to find out. Okay, let's shoot this
And-
guy. It does not work.
Oh,
Dang.
Bram, you've got an enemy flying around over there that you don't seem to be able to shoot.
I'm so bad at hitting this enemy, and I think the game... There are multiple. The idea is whenever you kill one, another one spawns in the jankiest way I could possibly imagine.
Yes.
But I just can't hit it because my rockets are so slow.
You know what? Out of everything, it's that smoke particle that blocks out the entire view. You could be hitting it and not actually realize because you've got a smoke particle that's 3/4 of the size of your screen.
Also, the way the enemies do not die, I turn them invisible for 2 seconds and then turn them back visible.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes left. Chris is still persisting with writing actual code. Oh, you're restarting Unity. Did it crash or?
No, I killed it. It's taking too long.
Sterling, you're just going to have to fake it. 3 minutes left, by the way. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Whew.
Dang.
Various degrees of completion and brokenness and whatnot. Okay, Bram, how did you go? What do you got?
I think it went all right. It was very, very anxiety-inducing. I've got a rocket. If I fire it, it will explode. Absolutely tons and tons of particles. And then you reminded me very kindly that we need to make a game as well. Took this model of a nice little drone. I made it oscillate with a sine wave and put it on a path to go on a predefined route around the level. And if you shoot it, another one should spawn, and a counter should go up counting how many enemies you've got. So now there are 3. You can see I've kind of got the actual paths they go on sketched out here. There's just a tween that makes them follow their path. There's a sine wave that makes them oscillate around. So very dumb, but it was very quick.
Yeah, nice one. Extra points for making an actual game on top of the explosions. Cool explosions. Probably minus points for bringing in half of the game from Kenny, but, you know, it's pretty good. Good on you. Thank you, Bram. Okay, Sterling, show us what you got.
Yeah, so my plan, like I said earlier, was to make a rocket jumping game where you would have to kind of start somewhere and rocket jump your way across some gap. It was going well, got rockets working, got shooting and exploding working, and then I got to the jumping part of the rocket jumping, and it's all gone incredibly sideways. Yeah, so currently it just always works, which means you can just
flies you
just
off into
go.
the universe.
You can just go forever. It doesn't matter which way you're pointing. You're just gonna go into space. Goodbye. So
Awesome. Well,
that's where we're at.
big
Spaceman.
points for having a nice explosion, and I think super big points for launching the player well beyond where any player has ever gone before in Unreal. So definitely seeing behind the scenes here. Chris, show us how Unity behaved.
So I've got these llamas that move around, and the point of the game is to blow up the llamas. So I've got one. If you left click, it shoots and like sends them flying. And if you right click, it's an implosion. I didn't quite get enough time to readjust the particle system for that, but it pulls them together, and the idea is then you can shoot them. So you like can jump up really high, pull them to some location, and then shoot them and have them explode. So we only had a couple scripts here. The core one that the player interacts with is the gun, which is a mono behavior attached to each of those rocket launchers, which just has the rocket prefab that we want to shoot, where we're spawning the rocket in relation to the parent, as well as which button left or right click, and how fast we can attack. It shoots out a rocket with some initial launch velocity, It does some damage, and it has an explosion particle system. That's how we have the two different explosions. One of them just is a blue explosion, one of them is a red explosion. And then we have this stuff which controls how far we should implode or explode those llamas.
Awesome. Very cool.
Big props for doing implosion as well as explosion.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's neat.
Okay, so we have 3 games, we'll call them. We have the duck hunt, we have the rocket launch off in the distance, and we have the implosion explosion from Godot, Unreal, and Unity. And each of the contestants has created some pretty cool explosions, which was the #1 priority. A good game, doesn't really matter. Explosions, super important. So who do you think created the most impressive explosion/game? Thanks for watching. See you again next time.